Hey everybody, this is Levi from Bayfoils, and today we got another DIY video. So today we're going to be going over some of the troubleshooting things if you ever find water in your battery hatch. Now, this isn't a super common thing to have happen if you properly clean and maintain your gear and put it together properly, but every once in a while, we can have an issue where some water gets into our battery hatch, and sometimes it's a pretty simple fix. Other times it's a much more difficult fix. Obviously, if you have an issue that's a lot more serious than the ones that I show in this, please reach out to your nearest Fliteboard dealer or send it to Fliteboard so that you can have a professional take a look at it. But we're going to take a look at the two most common reasons why water gets into that hatch, and I'm going to show you how to fix that basically. Before we get into it though, please like, subscribe, click the bell notification, and get in the comments. We need that sweet algorithm engagement to really grow our channel and to continue making these video tutorials for everybody out on the internet. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, when I'm talking about water in your battery hatch, I'm not talking between the board and the outer seal. That's totally normal, but I'm talking about water in the hatch, like this. You can see a couple inches in the bottom there. That's not great. Obviously, don't ride if water is getting into your battery hatch, because that can be dangerous and it's not awesome. Obviously, the first thing to do is check to make sure your seal is not peeling off or damaged in any way. If your seal is damaged or peeling, you can stop watching this video and send it to a professional, because that's probably why you're getting water in your hatch. This seal is what keeps the water from getting out when you connect your mast to your board, and is super important. 9 out of 10 times, if you have water in the hatch, it's because something's up with the seal. First thing, obviously, is you want to make sure it's nice and clean. You got a lot of sand and debris in there. That's obviously going to make it hard for the ring to create an airtight, watertight seal. First thing you want to do is take the ring out of the little channel it's in. I like to use a small screwdriver. Just make sure you're careful to not accidentally poke the seal, because you could damage it. And then simply take a paper towel and clean it off. You don't need to apply any silicone gel or anything fancy on this. Just clean it off, make sure it's nice and dry, and put it back in. But before we put it back in, we're actually going to clean out the tract where the seal goes in. For people who ride in salt water, I would recommend using a little bit of Salt Away. Make sure it keeps it nice and calcium free, keeps it real clean. But you could also just use soapy water and a Q-tip. You know, it's whatever you need to do. We mainly just want to get all the sand and giblets that are in the channel there out, so there's nothing in the way between the board and the seal. Once you're all done, pop the orange O-ring back in and you're good to go. Now, like anything elastic, they do stretch out over time or can get damaged from sunlight. So sometimes you just need to replace the seal if you're getting water in and there's no sand. To test it, all you need to do is spray water around the flange. When you open the hatch, if there's water in there, you know your seal's not doing a good job. Again, 90% of the time, if you're getting water in your hatch, it's from that O-ring. But if you're still getting water in the hatch, it's probably from the hatch itself. So on the hatch, you can see that there's two nuts here that allow you to adjust how much closing tension you have. You know, there's a number of reasons why these can need adjustment, but this is the next step to take to kind of identify where the water is getting into your battery hatch from. It's pretty easy to adjust. You'll just need a pair of pliers to hold the nut behind the latch, and then the 13mm socket wrench for the nut on top. Once you have the outer nut removed, take off the hinge and then tighten the inner nut to bring it closer to the bottom of the post. That will lower the distance of the hinge, which will provide more force on the latch itself. From there, just put it back together, tighten it up, and you should be good to go. Again, if you're not 100% comfortable doing this kind of stuff, take it to your local partner. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to help you out. When you're all done, you can give it a couple test closes to see how it fits, and then that's pretty much it. Again, if you're still getting water in your hatch, you'll probably need to take it to a professional, but these are the two most common reasons why you got water in there. Thank you for watching the video. Again, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.